All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But you guys are reading the title. You guys know exactly what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about none other than Vechain itself. If you're enjoying this Vechain content, you guys know what to do. Continue smashing that like button and you will continue to see these updates for you guys. So if we're looking at the entire market today, you guys can see everything seems to be up right now. And of course, if you want to know exactly why the market is bouncing back once again, is because Bitcoin did make its way back above $52,000 after that mini retracement that we did see. So if we're looking at Vechain, it's up 1.2% over the past 24 hours in USD, comparative with the price currently sitting at 4.5 cents. And we're also up 0.1% in Bitcoin comparative over the past 24 hours. So what we're starting to see with the Vechain's price is that it's holding really strong around this support line, which I indicated to you guys yesterday. But we have some other things to talk about today. So like I said, if you enjoy this update, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So if we're looking at the market cap, $3.3 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume still above $100 million, which is currently sitting at 130.5 million. So far, so good. But before we go into it any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So I got some exciting stuff to talk about today. We talk about Vechain real world use case on a day-to-day basis. And especially if you've been a follower on my channel from the beginning, I've been mentioning that, Vechain solves a real world issue. And this is why we're seeing so many big companies that are actually working with Vechain. They're using the Vechain Thor blockchain because, some of the flaws that we have in the industry that you are not able to tackle, but this is where the blockchain technology comes into play. And Vechain is one of the very, few projects out there that are actually working with some of these big companies that we come across on a day-to-day basis. And as you guys know, I've been saying this from the beginning, but pretty much throughout the bear market, people just solely focus on the coin itself right here. People solely focus on this. They don't care about what it's actually doing. And as I've said to you guys from the beginning, in a bear market, that's where you really see a success of a project, not when the market is pumping. If you are excited about Vechain right now as the price is pumping, then you have completely missed the entire, narrative. Because, I've said this from the beginning. In the bull market, everything seems to be pumping. Everything seems to be so exciting. Everyone is so excited about the team, bullish, etc., etc. Team is just pumping out bullish news of the left and right to, keep the engagement. But, when the bear market comes into play, literally most of these projects go ghost mode. And I've said to you guys from the beginning, best way to indicate what's a strong project and what's, a project that's just here for the bull market and doesn't really have plans to actually solve or, go according to their overall plan, their roadmap, you got to see that happening in the bear market. The projects that just stall completely, that's a red flag there for you. But the projects that keep on developing, keep on innovating, keep on solving the real world use case, if that's what they're trying to do, that's what's worthwhile noting. And what we've seen Vechain tackle a lot of issues that it had in the previous bull market. And anyone that comes out and says, oh, you're just talking about Vechain now, I know no one is doing that, but even if anyone's going to come out and say it, I'm just going to stop you right there. I've been covering Vechain from the beginning. There were so many flaws. There were so many things, that Vechain did not have for itself that, I was indicating in my previous bull market analysis. And one of the biggest thing was liquidity and marketing. They were lacking on that so much considering what this project is doing. And there were some of the other projects that, if you literally compared them to hand in hand, you see Vechain as far as development, as far as innovation, it's just on another level. But it wasn't getting that recognition because of course marketing wasn't good and exchanges were missing. And we saw Coinbase get added, and we also saw a bunch of money getting invested into marketing. I'm not sure if my videos did make it to Sunny Lou or whatever you want to call it, but things are looking positive and more people are starting to realize. And the sad thing is people start realizing about a project in a bull market. And when people start taking profit, the bear market starts, this is when people start talking negative about the project, which is really funny to me. But you can see this for yourself. My whole rant is regarding this. So you can see from a vision in 2015 to revolution revolutionized luxury brands' authentication and supply chains, our journey started with a challenge, bringing blockchain to non-tech leaders. That's exactly what I'm referring to. Fast forward to 2024, and Vechain tracks cover 100% of Givenchy leather goods and other, not Givenchy, my bad, wow, I completely butchered that. Givenchy's leather goods and other top tier luxury brands. If this doesn't show you what Vechain is doing, I don't know what will. Maybe you want to do a little bit more research on what Vechain is really doing. So this is really exciting, of course. And on top of that, Ian Reach posted this. So Vechain has announced that it will be participating in Mobile World Congress, recognized as one of the world's largest influential telecom and connectivity events. The 2024 theme is all about powering connectivity. Are we going to potentially see some sort of announcement come out? Possibly, Again, these are speculation that could go into the air. Community can start discussing about that, but of course this is worthwhile noting. Very exciting stuff, especially if people that don't really realize what Vechain is doing. I hope this kind of gives you a glimpse of what it does. But now let's take a look at Bitcoin. So what we're seeing Bitcoin do is back above 52,000, as mentioned earlier in the video. We're literally facing that same exact resistance which we spoke about a few days ago, and that same exact resistance is coming in our way. But let's talk about Vechain now, because that's what everyone wants to know. But let's go back down memory lane real quick. So if you want to know the historic price pattern for Vechain, you could pretty much see this for yourself. Previous bear market, we were pretty much ranging at the 0.005 cents mark, and people that were picking it up in the 2019 to 2020s times, they made massive amounts of gains. Look, around the pandemic, March 2020, one Vechain costed 0.0016, and if you were holding around that range, you saw this thing go up towards an all-time high of course 28 cents. We were covering that at that point, which was a 17,300% gain, especially if you picked up around here. If you want to put this into perspective, that's 170x. 173x to be exact. So if you put in $1,000 here in Vechain, you've done your due diligence and research, you saw your portfolio worth at its peak $173,000 USD, which is absolutely insane gains. But that time, Vechain's valuation was really low. But people always come and say, oh, Vechain is dumping this and that. But what do people have to say to this, that never retraced to these levels again? So I don't even know what to say to the haters at this point, but what you're looking at Vechain doing right now is, of course, it's ranging really, really nicely. Let me show this to you guys, especially on the hourly time frame, but you won't be able to see the bigger picture on the hourly time frame. This is why I'm showing you the daily time frame. But what you're starting to see is the same exact resistance is coming in the way for Vechain, and if we're looking at it on the hourly time frame, looking amazing. We did see the price pumping up to 4.8 cents just a few hours ago, seeing a little bit of a minor pullback, but I am expecting that we will see us retesting those highs that we set for ourselves just 3 days back. Vechain is looking great. Let me know down below what you guys think. Give me your personal thoughts. Love each and every one of you guys, your engagement, your opinions, your comments. It's absolutely amazing to see. Continue doing that. I will continue to bring out these updates for you guys. We'll see you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.